The cabin that Abraham Lincoln grew up in, this is where it stood. Displaying the glory of God's creation by exploring America one park at a time. Welcome to Parking Full Time with Big Dave, the Parks Professor. Welcome back to Parking Full Time. We'll start our hike in a minute, but I thought I'd show you this first. This is the Visitor Center for Lincoln Boyhood National Memorial. It's beautiful Indiana limestone. Some fantastic dioramas here. All about the life of Abraham Lincoln. I think this is a beautiful building and just a beautiful tribute here. And so I wanted to show it to you. The hike starts behind me on the other side of the parking lot, and that's where we'll head next. We are across the parking lot from the Visitor Center, and now we're going to officially start our hike. I do want to welcome you back to Parking Full Time again. I am Big Dave, the Parks Professor. We are at Lincoln Boyhood National Memorial. We are in southern Indiana. This is the place where Abraham Lincoln grew up. He was born in Kentucky. He rose to prominence in Illinois, but he grew up here in southern Indiana. Today is Tuesday, April the 30th. And the temperature right now is a warm and sunny 75 degrees. We had some rain last night, but that has moved through. It's a very nice day today. The trail we're going to hike today is a short loop. It's a little under 2 miles long. It will take us to a recreated farm that recreates the type of place that Lincoln grew up in. It also takes us past some other points of interest. So that is what we're going to do today. Let's get to hiking. We're only a couple of minutes in. We're back behind the flag I showed you earlier. And this is the gravestone of Nancy Hanks Lincoln. This is Abraham Lincoln's mother. Very somber but peaceful place back here. There are some other pioneer era gravestones here as well. Our next stop is going to be the recreated farm. And the recreated farm is right down that way. We've come downhill from the old Pioneer Cemetery. And we have now made it down to the Lincoln Boyhood home site. This, in fact, is the old cabin site. The cabin that Abraham Lincoln grew up in, this is where it stood. And that's not the actual remains, that's a memorial. But this is the correct site. Over here to my left are some reconstructed buildings, pioneer-type buildings. That would have stood in that period, in the early 1800s. So I'm going to go and tour those, and then we'll continue around the loop. We came around the Lincoln Boyhood Nature Trail. There's not much to see back there, just some nice woods and a nice trail, but that's really it. And now we're making our way around the Trail of 12 Stones. It is called that because there are 12 stones here from various points in Lincoln's life. This stone is from the cottage in which he wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. I think these stones are really interesting. Really lets you reach out and touch the history of Abraham Lincoln. We only have a short distance to go to get back to the Visitor Center. And so at this point, I want to thank you for watching. Parking full time would not be anything without the people who watch. I realize that every day, and I thank you every day. Also, as a reminder, I do not take any monetary compensation for anything that I do for this project. And therefore, all I get for doing these videos and writing these blog entries are your likes, your subscribes, your comments, and your views. And I do appreciate all of those things. There's one more stone up here. Let me pause this video for a minute and let's get up to it. All right, we're up here to what I think is the last stone, if I didn't lose count. And this is from the rock where he stood when he gave the Gettysburg Address. Really fascinating things here. So I'm going to close this video. Until next time, I am Big Dave, the Parks Professor, from Lincoln Boyhood National Memorial in southern Indiana. Have a great afternoon, take care, and Lord bless.